So a very quick and very belated Chelsea chat today. On Saturday it was West Ham United 0, Chelsea 3. Sorry for the lateness of this, but I've had such a busy weekend. I only got to see the game this morning, I'll be honest. And what a game it was. London Stadium giving us loads of stick and we stuck it right up and 3-0. You can't say fairer than that. Nicholas Jackson played the best game I think he's had for Chelsea so far. Two accomplished finishes after some nice work by, I think it was Jadon Sancho on the first one, and the second one, a defence carving through ball by Moses Caicedo, who was absolutely superb on Saturday. He was right up there with Jackson and a couple of others, to be honest, for my man of the match. So yeah, he scored really early on. I think it was third or fourth minute, Jackson. The West Ham manager, who seems a bit of a loony, the sort of bloke who would, I don't know, what can I say? Oh yeah, send Trevor Chalobah out on loan and keep Axel Disasi. He picked a team without, who's the geezer that plays up? Oh, Antonio, the big lump who knows where the goal is, and without Souček at the back. And he also played a high line at the back, which was just perfect for speed merchants like Sancho and Jackson. And yeah, Jackson made the most of it. Good all-round game, always making himself available, dangerous runs. And as I say, the team absolutely complimented him. So despite the stats, which shows that West Ham had more shots than us, more shots than goal. They were really tame efforts and mainly bread and butter for Sanchez, I think you'll agree. Well, bread and butter for this new version of Sanchez. Apart from a couple of air-raising moments, he was decent. But those stats and the possession sort of really lie because they didn't penetrate us. I thought we was in control of the whole of that game. You let me know what you think. And we're starting to look a team. We're starting to look like we know what we're doing. We're starting to work really hard for each other. A couple of times. One time Cucurella got back to block. We're covering for each other. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. I really am. And the other goal, of course, was Cole Palmer. Lovely finish. He should have scored earlier on, actually. It was a decent effort, but it was poor by him to have missed. But he made up for it with a thunderbolt, side-footed thunderbolt, with hardly any backlift off of one post and in. He was instrumental yet again. Right, that's keeping it short. I'm just going to score the players. Sanchez in goal. I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Couple of air-raising moments. Most of it was bread and butter, but he looked to have found a new sort of confidence. Wesley Fofana, a bit unfair. Played right back because Gusto and James are out. He's not a right back. He done okay. Nearly give a penalty away. Pulled back Somerville's arm, and it should have been a penalty. All day, all night, it was a penalty. But I'm going to give him a 5.5 out of 10. Playing out of position, didn't look at home because he wasn't at home, so it's a bit unfair. Tosin, I've got to say this, Adarabiayo. Tosin, he played decent, looked quite solid at centre back. Yeah, he's going to get a 6.5. They didn't really push him, but he worked well. Colwill, yeah, he was composed throughout. He had a decent game. He's going to get a 7 out of 10 from me. Cucurella, he had a tough afternoon keeping that Kudus quiet, but he did it well for the most part. And I was one of them saying get rid of him, wasn't I? And I've got to hold my hands up in the air and say I was absolutely bang wrong. I was basing it on what he was playing like at the time, which was a pretty poor pub footballer. But now he actually is looking like a £61 million left back. So he got booked, but needed to take the booking. Yeah, well done, Mark Cucurella. I'm going to give you 8 out of 10. Moises Caicedo gets an 8.5. Dominated the midfield battle against West Ham. They didn't know what hit him really, but he was all over the show. Really cracking performance, 8.5. Enzo Fernandez gets a 6. I'm not sure what he really does. I know people are going to criticise me for criticising a Chelsea player, and I will gladly, sing his name and cheer for him. I'm not going to slag him off. We won 3-0, but I don't know what he done really. Nothing, when you look at your Caicedos and your Palmers, I know he's a totally different player, but I don't know. I don't see what the hype is. But again, I didn't see what the hype was with Cucurella, did I? So I can easily be proved wrong. Noni Madueke is going to get a 6 out of 10. Really quiet afternoon. And he had a couple of flashes. A couple of times he was greedy when he should have passed. So 6 out of 10. I just pray he don't turn into a Sterling. Only joking, Noni. I don't think that would happen for a minute. Cole Palmer gets an 8.5. Linked up play. Beautiful. Between the lines. Took his goal well. And yeah, they didn't half kick him. He didn't half get kicked a few times. But you know what? Sign of a good player. Reminded me of Eden Hazard, with the old ripped socks. But because he just got back up, got on and said, right, you're having it now. Jadon Sancho gets an 8 out of 10 for a guy who hadn't played for so long. He stretched the game at every opportunity. When you look at Jadon Sancho, who I was, again, I thought it was a really, really 50-50 signing. I was really unsure, but only a game and a half in, but Sancho's making, so let's say Mudryk looked like the guy who you make substitute for your pub team, even though only 9 players had turned up. Well done, Jadon Sancho. Keep it going. And then we've got Nicholas Jackson, who is going to get 9 out of 10 and is my Chelsea man of the match. I've said enough about him. Link play well up beautifully. Just good all round. Maresca gets a 7.5 out of 10. Set him up well. Got him motivated. What more can you say? Not going to score the substitutes. And Nkunku, who came on after 63 for Jackson, I bet Jackson was fuming. He should have scored as well. Pedro Neto looked a little bit more like it. Disasi came on. He didn't make any cock-ups, did he? So, yeah, all good. And Kieran Dewsbury Hall, just like Fernandez, it was like for like. I don't know what he does either. João Felix came on for Palmer after 63, presumably to rest Palmer after the kicking that he got. And a good day at the office all round. Let me know your thoughts. That's why I do these. Please subscribe to the channel and I shall speak to you soon. Okay, up to Chelsea.